guys, I'm back. It's Jenni Chiu. It is Friday, December 11th, 2015, and it is time for Talking About What You're Talking About. My social media streams have been overflowing this week, so let's get started. Lots of people are up in arms about a rumor that the new Apple iPhone 7 will no longer have the standard 3.5mm headphone jack. Rumor has it that the standard headphone jack will not be on the new iPhone 7, and instead we will plug our headphones into a lightning port, all in an effort to make the new iPhone even thinner. If this is true, then someone needs to have a talk with Apple about body positivity. Ooh, I nominate Amy Schumer. Yes. Because what will I do with these? What will we all do with these? Now, this is just rumor and speculation right now, but this, my little wire thingy here, it has not split yet, so I am not ready for a new pair. Next, there is a new Santa in town, and his name is Fashion Santa. You can find him in the Yorkdale Mall in Toronto, and now also all over the internet. His name is Paul Mason, and he's been a model for over 30 years now. He won't wear a Santa hat, but he does wear a red velvet jacket, and yes, it is Ferragamo. Toronto friends, if you head over to the mall, take a selfie with Fashion Santa and then post it to social media, Yorkdale Shopping Center will donate $1 for each picture to the Sick Kids Foundation. If anyone will make sure those Jimmy Choos are under my Christmas tree, it will be Fashion Santa. Norman Reedus was bitten by a Walking Dead fan recently. Bitten! Because when you're famous, people forget that you don't actually belong to them. This happened at Walker Stalker Con in New Jersey. I am not entirely clear what that is, but I did read that the biter waited in line to take a picture with Norman Reedus. Then when she got up there, she started to tell him about how she likes to pretend that they are married to each other. Then she turned her head and bit him on the chest. She was of course escorted out by security, who was overheard saying, ma'am, you just bit Norman Reedus. Okay, so it turns out that vaping on e-cigarettes are probably pretty bad for your lungs. E-cigs are battery-operated devices that turn flavored water and nicotine into vapor. Many people have turned to vaping as what was thought to be a healthier alternative to smoking. However, according to a Harvard School of Public Health study, a chemical that is found in e-cigarette flavorings is indeed a chemical that is known to cause what is called popcorn lung. Basically scarring of all the tiny little air sacs that are in your lungs. It is incurable and a highly obstructive lung disease. Is anyone surprised by this? Hello, yes, are you surprised by this? Pretty sure our lungs are designed to breathe just air, and anything that is not air, probably not a good idea. Okay, people in my social media feed are already anticipating new Netflix programming for the year 2016. The streaming media giant is committing to making even more original programming, and people are very excited. It's already won over viewers and critics with original shows like Orange is the New Black, House of Cards, and Narcos. It is now growing by leaps and bounds, however, due to its multiple series based on Marvel Comics heroes. Netflix is adding to their lineup next year 31 original series, 30 children's series, and 10 feature films. I am so happy about this because I don't know how to watch anything anymore without being in binge mode. Seriously, who needs sleep when Claire Underwood has just walked out on Francis? In more Hollywood news, the first official pictures of Alexander Skarsgård playing Tarzan have been released, and I forgot what I was gonna say. It looks good. I know, it is incredibly reductive of me. He is not a piece of meat. He is actually a very talented actor, and actually the story of the movie sounds pretty interesting. It is about Tarzan going back to the jungle and actually re-finding his animalistic side of him that... I forgot what I was gonna say again. I'm gonna probably go see that movie. Okay, two guns rights groups are actually organizing a mock mass shooting near the University of Texas this weekend to protest gun-free zones. This sort of performance-type event will have active shooters carrying cardboard guns and victims with fake blood running around, which doesn't sound scary at all, or at all completely horrifying considering the loss of life over the past several weeks due to mass shootings. The event will also include an armed march where protesters will arm themselves with their own legal weapons. Now, the idea behind this pretend mass shooting is in support of the idea that one of the best ways to stop a bad guy with a gun is with a good guy with a gun. So you get a gun, and 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 I get a gun because I am definitely a good guy. And everybody gets a gun, so if you see a bad guy, shoot them. How can you tell if someone's a bad guy? Maybe by what they wear. I've heard that they often wear black cowboy hats instead of white cowboy hats. Maybe a hoodie. They're almost never blonde. Running, bad guys usually run. For now, let's just go with if someone pulls out a gun and shoots somebody, they're a bad guy. Then you pull out your gun and you shoot them. Be careful for the other good guy across the street though, because he probably just saw you pull out your gun and shoot somebody, so he might think you're a bad guy and he will start shooting at you. You should definitely shoot at him because he could kill you, and self-defense, that's why you have a gun in the first place. Just always be ready, because the bad guy is usually delusional enough to think that he is the good guy. But you're the good guy. Alright guys, that's it for this week. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss next week. It may not all be news, but it is definitely what you're talking about. Bye!